This is the complete NeuroShift protocol, the culminating system of the NeuroShift Protocols Foundation Series, a framework for mastering your mind, directing your actions, and becoming the person your future requires. The Foundation Series began with one idea. Your life changes when the way you think changes. But lasting transformation does not come from one insight, it comes from alignment. Confidence without discipline fades. Discipline without focus becomes scattered. Focus without execution becomes unused potential. Execution without courage stops at resistance. Courage without peace becomes exhaustion. Peace without emotional control becomes fragile. Decisions without standards become inconsistent. Communication without awareness creates conflict. Productivity without purpose becomes movement without meaning. The complete NeuroShift protocol brings every system together. It begins with confidence, not performance, not loudness, not pretending doubt does not exist. Confidence is self-trust. It is knowing that when the moment comes, you will not abandon yourself. But self-trust is not created through words. It is built through discipline. Discipline is keeping the promises you make after motivation disappears. It is choosing consistency over mood, standards over convenience, your future over the comfort of the moment. Discipline gives your effort direction. Focus protects it. Your attention is one of the most valuable things you own. Where attention goes, energy follows. Where energy goes, your life begins to take shape. Remove what divides you. Choose what deserves your attention. Stay with the work long enough for effort to become progress. Then execute. Do not confuse planning with movement. Do not wait for the perfect mood, perfect timing, or complete certainty. Begin before you feel ready. Take the next clear step. Momentum is built through motion, and when fear appears, use courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is refusing to let fear make the decision. You do not need to feel fearless. You need to move while fear is still present, but movement without peace will eventually drain you. Peace is not escape. It is internal stability. It is the ability to remain grounded when life becomes uncertain. Protect your mind from unnecessary noise. Release what you cannot control. Return your attention to what is true, useful, and within your power. When emotions rise, practice control. Your emotions are signals. They are not commands. Pause before reacting. Breathe before speaking. Separate what you feel from what actually happened. Choose the response that protects your peace and respects your standards. Then make the decision. Your future is built through choices repeated over time. Ask, what choice would tomorrow me respect? Not what feels easiest, not what protects comfort, what aligns with the person I am becoming. Think clearly, decide with precision, then move. Productivity gives that movement structure. Being busy is not the goal. Meaningful progress is. Choose what matters. Do the highest value work first. Finish what you begin. Measure the day by what moved forward, not by how exhausted you feel. And remember that growth does not happen alone. Communication shapes your relationships, your leadership, and your influence. Listen with intention. Speak with clarity. Ask questions before making assumptions. Say what you mean without becoming cruel. Set boundaries without losing respect. Clarity does not need aggression. A calm voice can still be firm. Strong communication is not about winning. It is about creating understanding and leaving less confusion behind. Every system in the Foundation Series is protected by standards. Your standards are the line you refuse to fall beneath. They determine what you tolerate, what you repeat, what you walk away from, and what you demand from yourself when no one is watching. Stop negotiating with the version of you are trying to outgrow. Raise the standard, protect the boundary, keep the promise. This is how the Foundation Series becomes one complete system. Confidence says, I trust myself. Discipline says, I will show up. Focus says, this deserves my attention. Execution says, I will begin. Courage says, fear will not decide. Peace says, chaos will not control me. Emotional control says, I choose my response. Decision says, I will choose with clarity. Productivity says, I will move what matters forward. Communication says, I will understand and be understood. Standards say, I will not return to what I have outgrown. No single protocol transforms your life alone. Transformation happens when the protocols become the way you operate, when confidence becomes self-trust, when discipline becomes identity, when focus becomes protection, when execution becomes habit, when courage becomes movement, when peace becomes your foundation, when emotional control becomes self-leadership, when decisions become aligned, when productivity becomes purposeful, when communication becomes connection, when standards become who you are. That is the shift. Not a temporary burst of motivation, not one powerful moment that disappears by morning. A new way of thinking, a new way of choosing, a new way of living. So when life becomes noisy, return to the protocol. Trust yourself, keep the promise, protect your attention, take the next step, move through fear, return to peace, control the reaction, choose with clarity, do what matters, communicate with intention, live by the standard. You do not need to master everything at once. You need to return to the system until the system becomes part of you, until discipline feels natural, until clarity becomes your default, until self-trust replaces hesitation, until your actions begin matching the future you keep imagining. This is what it means to NeuroShift, to interrupt the old pattern, to choose differently, to become deliberately. This is NeuroShift Daily. Train your mind, control your life.